most teachers, I bet your end of the year season is packed and a crazy busy schedule. So I'm here to show you a fun way to end the year that is both easy for you to plan, but fun for students to create. We're going to create an end of the year slideshow, and students can do this individually or in groups, but it is a great way for them to show what they enjoyed learning and how they grew throughout the school year. They can present it in small groups, to a partner, or even to the whole class. This is a fun way to end the year. Students will begin by creating a presentation. Now, they can choose a pre-made template or they can create a template on their own. If you come to design here and you actually do the little at symbol and then type my name, TERESAKWANT, you'll actually find a school year in review slideshow already done that students can use and edit to make their own. Or they can design one right from scratch, but let me show you how you can use this design. So what they will do here is they'll talk about their favorite memory. So as an example, I talked about how they loved going on a field trip to the zoo, but maybe their favorite memory was the science fair or a reading project you did. Whatever it is, they would type that in here. Then we have the biggest lesson learned, and they can type all about a lesson they learned in class. We also have what I'm most proud of, and they can talk about an accomplishment. Maybe they met a goal for the year. Maybe they overcame a fear of speaking in front of others. Then we have my friends, and they can actually insert photos of their own friends. So they can come over here to upload, and they can upload a file from the computer and put it here into the slide presentation. I'm just going to go ahead and find a quick picture of friends just so you can see how this works. But they're going to go ahead and click and slide it right there into the box here of all their friends. Isn't this so fun? And then they can share this whole presentation with the class. They can also insert a picture of you, the teacher, right here. They can insert a teacher and talk all about you. They can talk about how they spent their time. And then they can also, if they want, click the three dots and duplicate and make their own slide image to add to the presentation. Now, if they would rather start from scratch, that's great too. We can have a blank presentation open and they can go ahead and start designing their end of the year slideshow. I would begin by telling them to pick a set of elements that all flow or go together. So, for example, they might try something like school and just find some fun elements that they like that all work together. Now, if you click the three little dots here and you tell students about that, oftentimes you can find a whole collection that all kind of goes together, and then they can make their end of the year slideshow. So maybe this is more of a doodle theme. I kind of like these doodles here. And they can also change the color of these specific doodles by clicking on the color palette up at the top, and then they can change it to be whatever colors they want to go with their presentation. Look how fun this is. And then they can create their own slides. Now, if you're like, I don't know what slides they should have about their end of the year, I have a little trick for you. Also within Canva, you can actually add a text box here and you can click the magic right, and we're going to say make this, okay? And we're going to give it a prompt, and I'm going to say, I need 10 slide titles for an end of year school review slideshow. Awesome, and they can use these right here just as a way to get started, and they can say, okay, our first year is going to be reflecting on a year of growth. And then we have highlights of our school year. And they could make different slides based on each one of these titles, right? So they can do academic achievements and milestones, celebrating extracurricular success. And they can say, okay, we're going to have slide one, reflecting on a year of growth. And then they can have this be their very first title. And this is for students who like to start from scratch and not use the template, which is a little more work because it takes a lot of creativity. But there are students who do love to do this. And then they can go ahead and design their slide here. And they can even go to elements and add some photo frames because maybe they want to add some photos. I like to come here to see all. The paper one might be fun with this doodle theme. And they can either add their own photos or they can add photo elements from Canva. So we're going to go ahead over here to design our elements here, and we're going to search for school and see what kind of fun school designs or photos we have. And then maybe they add a text box here with their writing, right? So there's a lot of different ways for them to have these end of the year slideshows, but I think it is such a fun activity for them to then share them in a small group or share them with the class. It's an easy way to end the year where everyone's reflecting on what they've learned and how they've grown. Now, if you want to have more fun ways to use Canva in your classroom, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Teresa Quant and make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also, check out the links below so you can join my courses and also check out my book, Level Up Your Lesson Plans. All the links are below and follow along. We'll see you soon.